Money is like a tap. The more you spend or the more you turn on the tap, the more comes out. Now, I've heard first the idea of money is like a tap when I was about 9 or 10 years old. One of my cousins said it. He said it in passing. I didn't know what it meant because I was 10 years old, but it struck a chord with me. And through the rest of my, teenage years, my tweens, my early 20s, my mid to late 20s, this has been something that has constantly come back to me. And at first, I thought it just meant that you should spend money freely and that somehow magically the money will come back to you. But now I realize that what it actually means is to live without a scarcity mindset and believe that money is a tool and it is not something to fear. This shift and this simple sentence, money is like a tap, has completely changed my life and how I think about spending money, investing money, and managing money. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you the 5 key things that have truly elevated my money mindset and have helped me to build a healthier, more abundant relationship with money and life. Let's get into it. The first thing that has helped me to elevate my mindset when it comes to money is thinking about money as a tool and not as an emotion. Money is not a good thing. Money is not a bad thing. It is a tool. It just is what it is. I feel very neutral towards money. You can use money to do something great, and that can have positive associations with it, or you can use it for something bad, and then you can feel guilty towards it, which obviously creates negative emotions. But it's not the money creating that. That's other actions that you have taken. It's not the money. The money is just a means to the thing. My old mindset around emotions and money was feeling guilty, feeling stressed, feeling frustrated. Whereas my lack of emotions towards money allow me to think in ways like, money is just a resource that I get to allocate towards this thing that I want. Money is something that I get to deploy to this area of my life. Money is this thing that I get to use to improve this thing in my life. So instead of feeling guilty about spending $100 on some course that I see online, or $100 on, some new protein powder that I see that I fall into the Instagram gimmick of falling for a sponsored post, I think, okay, I'm investing this money into this protein powder because I think it's going to help me be stronger. And with the course, I think, okay, I'm spending this $100 on this course. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but in the case that it is good and I learn something from it, I can then use that to make more money back. But I'm using that money to get something that I want, and that thing that I want is what creates the emotion, not the money. And lastly, when it comes to emotion and money, I think you will make far better decisions, money decisions and life decisions, when you detach emotion from money rather than decisions where you are influenced by emotions, whether you realize they are there or not. So how do you get to a place where you do not have emotions attached to money? It's something you have to practice. It's something that I would recommend you write down how money makes you feel, what emotions do you have towards it, and then think of ways in which you can catch yourself feeling that way. So the first is acknowledging and identifying. Once you've identified when you feel certain emotions towards money, you can think about the triggers that might cause you to feel that way, and then catch yourself in real time when you are feeling that way and intentionally flip it to something the opposite. And when you do that enough, it becomes a habit. And ultimately, that is what will, over the course of time, get you into a place, hopefully, where you can disassociate emotion and money. Okay, the second thing I've done to elevate my mindset around money is to feel so incredibly grateful when I spend money or when I get to spend money. For some reason, we're being taught that spending money is stressful, that when we are spending money, we are losing it. And obviously losing something has a negative connotation associated with it. We always think about the thing we are losing, being the money, and we don't think about the thing that we are gaining from losing, exchanging that money. Because ultimately it is an exchange. It is not losing. You are gaining something for that. But what if you replace that feeling of stress and loss with gratefulness, with gratitude for the fact that you even have the choice to make that transaction or make that exchange. So this is really simple. Every time I pay for anything, small or big, I appreciate it. And I say, in my head, most of the time, I say, I'm so grateful I can pay for this. I am so fortunate that I can pay for this without having to think about it. I say that I am so lucky to have this thing that I'm about to pay for because it's going to add value to my life. And I often also visualize something exchanging. I don't think about numbers going down. Rather, I think about me handing something over to someone, i.e. being the money, and them giving something back to me. So it's this visual in my head that I have, which represents exchange in value. Like, that's ultimately what money is. It's exchange in value. But for some reason, we just think of giving away rather than also gaining something. So I have this visual in my head. I think about this exchange. I think about what I'm getting. And ultimately, no matter what it is I'm paying for, it could be the most annoying bill in the world. It could be a parking ticket. I feel grateful. For a parking ticket, you might ask, why on earth and how can you feel grateful about that? Well, maybe I got a parking ticket, but maybe the thing I was doing to get that parking ticket was a really good experience. Maybe I, met someone for lunch and we had an amazing conversation and they connected me with someone, or it was, a new opportunity was presented. Maybe it was just a really freaking nice day and I got to have lunch with my friend. I'm going to focus on that. I'm not going to focus on the parking ticket because that's going to detract from the actual experience that I had, which was positive. You know how to be grateful. Just practice it. Do it for everything big and small. And again, over time, this becomes a habit. And I also think subconsciously, this starts to change your mindset before you even realize that it's having an impact. Right. The third thing I have done to elevate my money mindset is to automate investments and savings. I used to think that managing money was about constantly checking bank accounts and also deciding how much will I invest or how much will I save this month and doing that again next month. But the best thing to do is to have your current self decide that for your future self. Just like you pick your clothes for the gym for tomorrow morning and you lay them out on your bed and you decide which time you're going to your workout class, you're making that decision for future you. So when you are about to snooze your alarm in the morning, you don't, because previous you has made that decision for future you. So you don't have to decide in the moment. It's already done. Your workout class is booked. Your clothes are ready to go. It's the same thing with automating and investing anything around money. Make that decision for your future self now and put it on autopilot. Set up direct debits for savings, for investments, and even for bills. Basically, you want to remove all willpower from the equation. You can also create a payday routine for yourself or a money routine for yourself. So for example, if you get paid on the first of the month, you pre-decide that you're going to put 10% towards savings, maybe 10% towards investments, another 30-40% goes towards your bills and your rent and your living expenses and whatever you want to do with the rest. But decide what your categories are, decide what your percentages are, and ultimately if your income increases, you keep those percentages the same or you increase them, because when you have made those decisions for yourself previously, you are less likely to negotiate with yourself in real time when it comes to putting away money for savings or investments. It's something that you can make into a non-negotiable for yourself rather than an afterthought. Also, if you're thinking it's too late for me to invest, it's too late for me to save, it's absolutely not. And let me give you an example from my own life. Like many other people who missed out on investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, in 2017, 18, 19, even 2020 and 21, I was one of those people and I thought it was too late until someone in my life encouraged me in 2021 to just start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not recommending you do so. I'm just giving you my own personal example. And I started with $100 a week, split across Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it wasn't a lot. And I forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. Earlier this year, sometime last year, I thought I would check and see how my recurring dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and Ethereum portfolio was going. And I had accumulated almost $25,000, also with some increase in the Bitcoin price over the years. And that was something I did 4 years ago. I kind of forgot about it. Once in a while I would check, or a few times I changed how much was going to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think once I upped it from 100 to 150, but for the most part, I completely forgot that I had it. And now I have close to $30,000 in cryptocurrency, which is better than nothing. It's also far less than if I had invested back in 2017, but it's better than nothing, especially if one day Bitcoin booms to, who knows, 200K. It's better than nothing, and I'm so much more happier to be in it than to not be in it. And if I had just decided to not put that $100 in back in 2021, I would have $0 invested in Bitcoin right now. So it's just an example of it is not too late, and small contributions do compound. The next thing that has elevated my mindset when it comes to money is expanding my idea of investments. Investments are not just about real estate and stock and crypto, bonds. It's about anything that creates long-term value. So I also consider things like education for myself, personal branding, health and fitness, high quality tools like the right laptop and the right shoes if I'm running a marathon, and coaching for something in my life. I also consider that to be an investment because it is helping me to become better in some way, or it is helping me to achieve some goal that I've set for myself, which will help me to then create more value or learn something or become better at something, which can then lead to something else. If I'm spending money on food that is maybe more expensive than what I would like to buy, but it's expensive because, I don't know, it's organic or it's something that is supposedly supposed to help my health, I think of that as an investment. It's not that I am losing that money, it's that I am exchanging that money for the value of something that is going to nourish me and therefore make me better in X, Y, Z ways, which will allow me to do A, B, C. It's a mindset thing of constantly thinking about how the thing you are purchasing, the thing you are exchanging your money for, is going to make you better, give you a better experience, allow you to do something better, allow you to go somewhere so you can do something, etc., etc. Some of the things I've invested in over the last 12 months for myself that are not your traditional investment options like property and stocks and crypto. I bought one course on podcasting because I do want to start my own podcast. And while I believe I know exactly what to do, I thought that by putting down some money into this course, it was me showing commitment to myself to actually start this podcast. So I purchased that. I am currently investing in some AI courses because while I may not necessarily need them in my current job, I don't want my skills to become irrelevant. So I would rather invest out of my own pocket, paying for some AI courses that are relevant to my career. I have purchased a Pilates membership in addition to my normal gym membership, and I put this off for so long because you guys know reformer Pilates especially is so freaking expensive. But I want to take a step back from doing really high intensity workouts and a lot of running that I did last year from running a marathon because I know that's taking a big toll on my body. And I know Pilates is going to be better for me in the months after my marathon if I'm trying to just take it easy. So rather than thinking, wow, Pilates is so expensive, it's like $20, $25 a class, I think about how that variety in my fitness and my workouts is actually doing my body so much good. And personal brand is a big one, or a business if you have it. This year, I have spent quite a bit of money on different tools that I'm exploring for my YouTube videos. I have invested in an editor, and I was very opposed to delegating editing to an editor because how expensive it is, until I realized, well, if I do that, then I can actually post more videos and I will actually have more time to script videos and make them better and maybe even create more videos. And it was definitely a mindset shift that I had to go through, but it is ultimately an investment in my YouTube channel, which is an investment in my personal brand, in my business, which could lead to so many opportunities that I can't even fathom at the moment. Okay, and last but not least, one of my quietly favorite ways in which I have elevated my money mindset is by making the money list, which is basically 20 ways that I can make money. So I got a piece of paper and I'm actually gonna go grab it. Hold on. Okay, I did this thing actually called mind storming around money. And this was all of the ways I can create income, or all of the ways I can even create value. And I did this in 2024. I'm still working through many of these, but let me share it with you because the reason I think making a list of all of the money-related activities you could do to generate more money for yourself, it puts your mind into an expansive place rather than thinking, I'm only making money through this one stream, which is, most likely your 9 to 5. Or I don't know how I can make more money, and you're maybe just focused on finding another job. Put your mind into a place where it is thinking creatively and it is in an opportunistic state and it is expansive. And if you put yourself in that state, then you will attract more ideas and attract more ways to create money. So start by creating a list for yourself. I numbered it 1 to 20 and then I tasked myself with filling it in. You don't have to think too hard about this either. Like, there are no bad ideas. The fact that you thought of it is probably a good thing. And that writing that idea down that you think maybe isn't a good idea might lead you to thinking about something else. Like, all the dots connect. So here is my money list. I'm going to read you the whole thing. So number 1 is my salary through my job. Number 2, sponsored video partnerships on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Number 3, YouTube ad revenue. Number 4, product management coaching, so one-on-ones that I do. Number 5, UGC content. This is not something I'm actively doing. I've done it before. I'm not sure if I want to do it, but it's still a potential way to make money. Selling digital products via Gumroad. I'm already doing this. Selling a course, which is kind of like a bigger digital product. Number 8, publishing articles on Substack and Medium because you can eventually monetize those. Number 9, dividends from stocks and ETFs, which I'm already doing. Newsletter sponsors and recurring sponsors on my newsletter. Number 11 is a long-term partnership on my YouTube channel. I already had partnerships, but this is like long-term partnership, so it's a little bit different. Number 12, consulting, advisory, or fractional product management work, fractional CPO. 13, getting my podcast sponsored. I haven't started my podcast yet. Even when I wrote this down, I did not start my podcast, but that was still an opportunity that I saw for myself. 14, an e-commerce store where I list e-commerce store for product management related merch. Not sure I want to do that, but it's a possibility. So let's not rule it out. By the time you get to number 15, it gets really tough. And if I'm honest, number 20 for me is still blank because I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about what could be that one other thing that I can do to generate income. And it will come to me. But number 15 is rental income from an investment property. 16, affiliate links or commissions. Number 17 is online community forum, like a Discord channel or a paid Slack community. Number 18 is buying a cash flowing business, like a laundromat or a car wash. Number 19 is running cohort classes once a quarter, around product management or career. And number 20, I need to reflect on and fill in. But why this works is for the reasons I already explained around putting your mind in an expansive state, but also because it allows you to shift your focus from just saving and holding on to actually creating, earning, and growing. Even if you don't do them all, it's the mindset shift because you have options. It gives you confidence to maybe try. And it also creates some kind of feeling of control, knowing, okay, if I really didn't have to rely on just my job, these are all the things I could do. So I'm going to leave this video with a challenge to you to write down your money list, do a mindstorming session on your money list, comment below once you have done it, and maybe comment below something you put on your money list that was unexpected and came to you only because you were really forced to think that far. And with your challenge presented to you, I'm going to wrap up this video. And in summary, I would say that money is a mindset, money is a tool, money is not good or bad, and money is not trying to do evil to you. Spend more time thinking about how to grow it rather than thinking about how you can keep it, because only then are you moving away from the idea of scarcity into an idea of abundance. It's not about being frivolous with your money. Still be very intentional about how you spend it. But when you do spend it, be grateful and know that it's going to flow back to you, because money is like a tap. The more you spend it, the more will come out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.